Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope everybody is safe and healthy. This is my first ever YouTube video, so please bear with me. I promise that I'll make my absolute best to improve on the go. Also, if you are interested in health and fitness videos made as simple as possible, please consider subscribing and leave me a comment down below about favorite topic you want me to create content about. To be honest with you, I was planning to start off this channel with a completely different type of content, such as training videos from the gym and so on, but the current situation doesn't allow me to do so. Therefore, instead of posting home workouts like 90% of personal trainers and fitness enthusiasts at the moment, I will create content based on your questions, questions I get asked most of the time. If anybody's interested about my training routine in self-isolation, just drop me a comment and I'm more than happy to present it to you in another video. What supplements do you use? This is the first question I get asked most of the time by my clients and people who I'm helping in achieving their goals. We all know that there are dozens of misbeliefs surrounding this topic. If you want some of the worst examples, you get all your calcium needs from drinking milk daily, or eating lots of carrots will cover your vitamin A needs, or creatine and whey protein have steroid-like side effects. My parents actually been very concerned about it when I bought my first protein powder. It is fair to mention that it happened at the age of 16, so yeah, we can understand them. Most common supplements taken by the average bodybuilder / gym user are whey protein or plant-based protein powder consumed in form of protein shakes. Then you have amino acids, mostly known as BCAAs. You have creatines of some sort, and of course the vitamins. Before we move any further, we need to make one thing clear. Any supplement that is legally sold as we speak goes through some rigorous tests by the European and international food safety organizations. They need to meet their standards before they go up for sale. Also, must have nutrition facts and directions of use precisely displayed on the package. If you simply type in and search for the National Institute for Health and Care in Google, you are able to find precise description and guidance basically for your daily vitamin, macro and micronutrient needs. If you live in the UK, in United Kingdom, like me, you can go for the official NHS webpage and find the recommended exact daily vitamin dosage, the food sources where you can get that particular vitamin from, and so on. I will also drop a couple of links in the description below so you can find them easier. Well, done with the science, I guess. Moving on, the supplements are not there for you to make miracles, and they certainly won't make any difference if your diet or training is lacking behind. Never confuse supplements with steroids and any other illegal product. This is a potential topic for another video. So the question is, what is ultimately the better option? As an example, eating a chicken breast versus drinking a protein shake. The answer to the question is neither. They are just different. The same amount of proteins coming from a protein shake is equally effective with the one coming from consuming a chicken or any other protein source for that matter. Again, given of course a gram versus gram comparison. If that's so, it's fair to ask, why would you spend your hard-earned money on supplements at all? Why would you do that? The answer is very, very simple, and is convenience. We all have a busy life and don't get enough time to look after our diet. We don't have enough time to cook, to prep, and sometimes needed to eat properly. Yeah, laziness, it's a well-known factor, but let's forget that for now. Just focus on what we should do and what is more beneficial for us to do. When I get asked if I do rely massively on supplements, the answer is yes and no. There are a dozen of supplements I use at the moment, of which only a few are serving any purpose in my fitness and bodybuilding goals. The rest are only herbal supplements which I use for my general well-being, and I will get them later in this video. But before we get to that, to what supplements I use, I would rather point out the ones which are essential for beginners, in my opinion, but essential in general. So number one, multivitamin and mineral complex. This is the one I use. I will get to that later again. This is absolute essential, in my opinion, for your overall function as a human being. Talking about the health of your heart, brain, muscles, nervous system, vision, or talking about maintaining healthy skin, bones, hair, etc. And even if you're eating healthy and living a healthy lifestyle, you never know what is the vitamin and mineral content of the fruits and vegetables you get from supermarket these days. We all know it's all about mass production and quantity rather than quality at the moment. But I remember when I was a kid, my grandparents grown vegetables in their garden, and what you are getting from the shop these days are not even comparable. But back to the subject, as you are increasing physical activities, your recommended vitamin and mineral intake is increasing as well. There is a well-known myth that vitamins are making you fat, which could not be any further from the truth. If that's the case, guys, please take a look again at your diet. Take a look at your calorie intake, macronutrients, and so on, because it is not from vitamins. You cannot get fat from vitamins. However, I experienced a slight increase in my appetite when I first added the vitamins to my diet, which it was a benefit for me at the time, as I couldn't eat enough in order to gain muscle. You can live without them, but it has proven benefits on your life, starting with your simple daily activities, moods, and functioning. If you ask me, this is a must for anyone, not only beginners, and definitely worth every penny. At number two here, this is a big boy. This is whey protein. So protein supplementation is non-essential in my opinion, but more than useful for those days when you are in a hurry, and you would affect your diet by not eating enough. Also, is very handy if you are counting your calories and macros and realize that you are not meeting your set daily values. In that case, a quick protein shake after a workout or before going to bed, problem solved. You can find a huge variety of protein concentrates on the market to suit everyone's needs. For example, if you're vegan or lactose intolerant, then you can go for plant-based protein. One huge benefit of the protein shakes in comparison to food, let's say meat, fish, etc., is that the digestion and absorption is considerably faster. So you eat it, half an hour, it's done, digested, which is very, very important sometimes. The most expensive is not always the best. At the end of the day, there's a lot of money in the supplement industry, and everyone is trying to sell their product. Make some research, ask someone who is currently consuming, and most importantly, go for the flavor you will like or you prefer. Otherwise, you just get bored of it and just chuck it out. At number 3 is BCAAs or amino acids. This one is as well on my optional extra list. Optional extra. As from a balanced diet, you should be able to cover your amino acid needs. What are they? The very simple answer, without getting into too much science, your body is breaking down the proteins after absorption and full digestion to amino acids, which are then used to help your body with simple tasks such as building muscle, regulating immune functions, and so on. There are 20 amino acids, from which only 9 are essential. And the funniest bit is that our body is not able to produce the essential ones. Therefore, it must be obtained through our diet. Long story cut short, if you are looking after your diet well, plus or consuming a protein product of some sort as well, you won't need to spend money on BCAAs or amino acids. I will explain to you when and why I use them later. At number 4, you have the creatine. The creatine, first of all, is present in a human body in a form of phosphorus or phosphor, and it gets produced mainly in our liver and kidneys. It's also present in some sources of protein naturally, such as red meat and fish, mostly. Without getting to too much science again, it's scientifically proven that creatine improves physical activity, your overall strength, and improves the brain functions as well. What it also does is hydrating the muscle tissues, and as our muscles are over 70% water, that will help increasing and maintaining our muscle mass. There are a couple of myths again regarding to this product, such as consumption of creatine is most effective if you make a loading and maintaining phase similar to steroids again, or creatine makes you fat. As mentioned before, the creatine retains water in the muscle tissues, so the process is happening inside of the muscle and not under the skin. So if you experience an increase of body fat, again, as I said again earlier, take another look at your diet and watch the calories and make your maths, because that is not going to happen. There are a lot of creatine products on the market you can buy, but again, the more you pay, the more you get is not always true. So I would always recommend to get the cheaper, well-studied and well-known creatine monohydrate, as is simply best value for money. At number 5, you get the pre-workouts. Pre-workouts are created to increase mental focus, strength, stamina during your exercise. Excellent if you are attacking the gym after a hard day at work, let's say early in the morning, or you just simply dead too tired and can't be bothered. What we need to bear in mind here is that out of the huge variety of pre-workouts available in the market, the main differentiating factor will be whether they contain caffeine or not. If they do, we need to be very careful when we administrate the product, as it can ruin your sleep, and that eventually will ruin your gains as you are not able to have a proper rest. A couple of quick tips regarding to pre-workouts is very common nowadays that they contain both BCAAs and creatine, which is sort of a win-win situation, as you won't need to purchase those separately, and if they contain caffeine as well is even better, as is normal queuing in a coffee shop and normal unenjoyable coffee at home. Also, speaking from my own experience, the displayed dosage on these is way too high, especially if we are talking about beginners. I would suggest starting off with half a dosage at a time and slowly increasing it on the go. If you don't experience any side effects such as, let's say, shakiness or bad sleep, it's absolutely fine. You can just increase the dosage. A huge downside, of course, is the price, as they're horribly expensive. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them, they very overpriced. So what supplements do I use? As I showed you before, guys, I take this strong and versatile multivitamin and mineral complex from Skytech Nutrition. Contains 30 little packets of 7 capsules each, and I need to take the content of 1 packet a day. I do so every day straight after breakfast. I get all my stuff from eBay. The prices are more or less the same on Amazon as well. Usually the price for these vitamins is between 15 and 17 pounds, but there's one thing is really getting on my nerves. More precisely, the prices have doubled, even tripled at some sellers since the coronavirus situation. I reported to eBay, having approved that I only paid half the price for one of these vitamins 30 days ago, but of course nothing happened. Definitely very unfair. The next one is my Skytech Whey Protein Professional. My favorite is the chocolate flavor. I use the whey protein when I'm on the go, and mostly for breakfast. Sometimes I just have a quick protein shake on empty stomach, as I'm in a hurry and I don't have any idea when or how I will manage to have my breakfast. At other occasions, I'm mixing it into my morning porridge. I just love that. It's amazing. Makes porridge, or puts the simple porridge up on a whole new level. Or rarely I make myself a post-workout shake, adding it to a blender with some oat milk, alongside a whole banana, a whole egg and some almonds. I paid £37 for this one. This particular one is 2.3 kilogram bottle. The way I'm using it, it lasts me 1.5 months roughly, guys. And last but not least, I'm using a pre-workout stimulant. It's also from Skytech Nutrition. I also presented to you earlier, which alongside other active ingredients contains a creatine blend, caffeine, amino acids, and well-known plant-based brain stimulators, such as the Rhodiola rosea, which reduces stress, burnout, fatigue, and anxiety. I bought it for only £13.90, and as I mentioned earlier, I only use half of the recommended serving, and that way is enough for 2 months. Before anybody would wonder, no, I am not sponsored by Skytech Nutrition. I wish I would be. I would be the happiest person in the world. The only reason I use this nutrition brand is that back in the day, when I first started to use supplements in Hungary, where I'm from originally, this was the best quality and didn't break the bank either. When I came to UK nearly 8 years ago, I made my research, of course, but I tried some different ones and I stuck with them as they delivered great quality, amazing progress and good value for money. But now, as I finish to talk about supplements I use for fitness, let's point out some of the supplements I use for my general health and well-being. I use coffee capsules instead of drinking coffee in the morning. I've got them here somewhere. These are coffee capsules. The reason behind that is I hate the taste of black coffee, and a lovely caramel cappuccino would destroy my calorie intake first thing in the morning. Can be anywhere between 160 and 200 calories. You don't want that. I would rather have those 200 calories with a nice tasty breakfast rather than a coffee. I only paid 19 quid for these coffee capsules and they last me for over a month. Next up is herbal capsules, or I call them herbal bomb. I use them mainly for detox purposes. Contains, among the others, milk thistle powder, garlic powder, hawthorn berry powder, and the list goes on and on. The meaning of this very complex supplement is to remove toxins for your organs, keeping them healthy. Apart from kidneys and liver, is also looking after your heart, blood pressure, prostate, very common man problem these days, and skin, keeping you away from acne. It's frequently used by bodybuilders who are competing and using steroids on a regular basis. Again, pretty hefty numbers if you look at the grams per serving. So guess what? I only take half of the recommended serving and I'm good with it for 2 months. Price is not cheap, approximately £35 for a bottle. Having this sad situation with the coronavirus at the moment, I went for a new supplement on addition to the rest, which I take every morning on empty stomach. It's this one. It's a combination of ginger, black pepper and curcumin. And these ingredients are well known again for the huge positive effect on your immune system, on your digestion and blood cleansing. This one is enough for a month and a half and I only paid £9.99 for it. So that is it roughly, guys, about supplements on a basic level. Hopefully I managed to get some useful information for you. If you enjoyed this video, please support my channel with subscribing, and if you would like to add anything, please do so in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.